Okay, what's up everybody? Chris, Heather, and Bryson here again with another video. So if you guys haven't seen, we did a couple things that we love about this car. And now with the yin yang in life, we're going to talk about the things we dislike or hate about this car. There's really nothing too much really hate, but we have some dislikes about this that we want to share with you. So in no particular order, we're going to go off and bang out some of the stuff that we do not like. First things first, since we're already outside of the vehicle, and for me it has to be the RS wheels. If you don't have those gloss black ones, you get these aluminum that have like the silver edging to them. I'm not the biggest fan of it. And we're actually outside, so the car is pretty dirty right now. But I will say the car did some handling pretty well out here in the terrain that it has. And this is the front wheel drive RS that we have. But yes, so the wheels would be one of the first things that I dislike about this car. Alright, so another thing we want to point out is
gas mileage.
So what would you say you're getting gas mileage wise?
I would say city is probably anywhere between 12 to 15 miles per gallon, and on the highway it's probably between 17 and 20.
And is that driving conservatively or?
I drive conservatively.
I got a little bit of a heavier foot, so yes, gas mileage isn't the greatest on this car. However, I do understand it because it is a V6, so it's got more power towards it. So keep in mind, I am open-minded about that, so I understand it's not going to have the greatest gas mileage. But that is reason number 2 of one of our dislikes. Okay, for 2 more of these complaints, I'm going to go ahead and hop inside the car. So, number 1 is this car has no paddle shifters. Okay, quick break in the video. So, I mentioned the paddle shifting. So, having the ability to have paddle shifters gives you a good sense of the car. You can upshift and downshift, and that would make this car a lot more fun since it is a sportier vehicle. And it's just sad that they don't have it here, and that's what's completely missing. Instead of paddle shifters, they have things to adjust the volume and your soundtracks to your music. No paddle shifters, I mean, it makes the car kind of boring in a sense. And then secondly, if you're not used to a car that has a lot of power, this car actually has torque steer on the front wheel drive vehicles. So basically what that is if you punch it, if you floor it down to the ground and you're on a turn or whatever, you're gonna feel the vehicle kind of take away from you. So in a car that has a little more power and it's front wheel drive, you want to make sure you're at a straight line before you go ahead and decide to punch it. So that is something new that I've experienced with this car. Most of my cars didn't have torque steer in the past, but this one does. So I would say those are the next 2 things that we dislike about the car.
I think you forget it's a family car.
It's a family car, but it's also got a V6 in it, so. But yeah, so a lot of people hear and report creaking and rattling noises from here. So a lot of the times people will go through here, they'll loosen it up and retighten it because they're saying from factory they over tighten it, and that's what's causing it to make noises. However, in our car, I hear it right along this pillar, right up in here. So we haven't taken the Chevy or anything to figure out what it exactly is. I mean, at the end of the day, I could always pop open kind of see what's going on, but it is a little creaking, rattling noise that we hear on the freeway and things of that nature. And it's not very audible, but it's loud enough to hear and be an annoyance. Okay, and last but not least, this is the final dislike of our car.
Is the infotainment center. It doesn't freeze often, but when it does, it is not easy. There's multiple steps you have to take to reset the center, which is kind of not fun.
So if you guys have that issue, the same issue as we do, we were able to readjust it and fix it. However, it is a pain in the butt, and we can also make a separate video about that if you guys really want to. It's also in your owner's manual on how to resolve that issue. And actually, I lied. The very last issue we have with this car is the fact that it breaks many, many necks. So make sure you have some insurance handy on you. Because every time we go driving somewhere, we always get a compliment, or they're always asking if that's the new Blazer, yada yada yada. But however, yeah, I count that as a pro, but it can also be a bad thing, breaking way too many necks. But obviously, yes, that was a joke. Okay, so that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So again, this is the couple things that we dislike about this car, not necessarily hate. And if you guys never got to see our likes, we will lay that in the description below so you can see the things that we actually love and like about this car. With that being said, any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave a comment down below and we will try to address them as soon as possible. And until next time, I want to say thanks for watching. Never live your life in idle. and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Hey.